Hi friends, my name is Bhavya Mangla. Today I am again back from a very interesting topic from a book, The Power of Self-Talk. And today I am going to talk about acceptance. And by the time this video will end, you will understand what exactly is acceptance, why it is important, and what we can do to ensure that we accept everything the way it is. Well, let me start with a very interesting story. This story is in 1912. There was an American athlete whose name was Jim Thorpe, and he was participating in the Olympic Games. On that particular morning, when he was getting ready to go for the contest, he realized that somebody had stolen his shoes. Now he had a couple of minutes to decide how to go ahead with that. So he just borrowed one shoe which could easily fit into his one of the feet, but then he could not find another shoe at that time. And then he found something in some stray box and he put that. Even though that shoe was a little bigger than his feet, but then he put number of different socks and somehow he got ready and went ahead with that. And with those two different pair of shoes and with different pair of socks, he went for the 1500-meter competition and he won the gold medal there. Now, in life, there will be many different challenges that we'll have. But the important thing is when we wake up in the morning, we may find that our shoes have been stolen by someone. Maybe whatever we had thought that is not happening. Somebody has died in our family. Maybe somebody has cheated us, and there are so many things. It is up to us what we are doing at that particular time. Well, in Bhagavad Gita, it is very rightly said by Lord Krishna that you are what you believe in. You become that which you believe you can become. So it's very important to understand that when we talk about acceptance, it means we need to accept everything as it is. It is nothing like that. I want something to happen in this way or that way. But whatever is happening, whatever has happened, or whatever is going to happen, I will accept it exactly the way it is happening in that way. Mahatma Gandhi has said very, very rightly. He said that nobody can hurt me without my permission. In general, when we talk about acceptance, primarily we are linking with something bad thing. But it is not only the bad thing which is happening, it can be a good thing which is happening. But the important thing is, are we accepting with grace or not? Let's take the example of COVID, which we recently passed. And we all know that during COVID, we were at home with our family 24 hours, travel restrictions, we cannot go out. Many of us may have craved, yelled, shouted, cried, and did so many things, went into depression. But now, if we look back, are we going to do the same thing the way we did it the way couple of years back, or we could have done it separate differently? So if we can do something differently, so it means if something similar happens now, it means we accepted that particular situation and now we know that what best we can do with that particular situation rather than doing all the things that we did maybe a couple of years back. Well, yes, it is true that acceptance is a choice, a hard one, most definitely, but a choice nonetheless. So that brings a very interesting question that why acceptance is important. So it's important to understand that when we say that acceptance is the most important thing, because we know that we don't have any choice rather than accepting it, because till that time we'll accept the situation as it is, will not be able to take any further action, will be just standing still, and we may be questioning anything and everything which is happening in our life. Well, someone has very rightly said that when we talk about acceptance, then acceptance means that we are going to accept everything the way it is happening without resisting. Well, there's a very popular example of raining which we generally give, and many people think that if it is raining, then it's a problem because we want to play something, we want to go out, we want some sunny season, and there can be so many things. But then, is it going to help us in any way if we keep on craving about the rain? The very simple thing is we can simply say that, okay, it's raining and period. And there are many, many advantages, many benefits which we can get if we accept the things which are happening, irrespective of whether they're happening as per our choice or not as per our choice. Well, it is going to certainly keep us peace of mind. It is going to help us to keep us physically active. It is going to make us feel more light and enjoy the life as it is. Certainly, we are going to accept everyone, and it is going to avoid any negative thought that is going to happen in our life. That brings very interesting question, that how to implement the acceptance in our life. So for that, one very popular quote which is always there is that change is the only constant thing in our life. So we need to not only listen to that, but understand and accept that unless and until whatever good or bad that is happening with us, we accept it gracefully. There is always a problem. There will always be a challenge with us. Well, Eckhart Tolle has very rightly said that surrender is the inner transition from resistance to acceptance, from no to yes. So it's very important to understand that at times when we talk about acceptance, there is always a feeling that if I accept everything, say for example, somebody has cheated me, somebody has deprived me of some benefits, it means I am weak. It means I am surrendering to something. It means I don't have that killer instinct. But no, when we talk about acceptance, the idea is not this, that you're weak or you're not accepting anything. The most important thing in acceptance, that you accept the situation as it is, and now you're looking for the possible opportunities, what you can do now so that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. Someone has very rightly said at this stage that acceptance clears the path to liberation, which leads to inspiration, which leads to the real change. Acceptance is not a form of weakness, it is a source of power and strength. It's very important to understand that unless and until we practice acceptance every day, we'll always be in a state of denial. And as I said earlier, that acceptance does not mean only when we are deprived of something or something bad has happened to, maybe some relative has died, or maybe you were supposed to get some promotion or maybe a big business deal, but somebody has taken that. It's also in terms of this, that you're getting a lot of things in life which you never expected that. But in that situation also, when you accept the thing as it is, then you become more graceful, you become more peaceful, more grounded, and then you can take the right decision. At times, it also happens that we feel that the door in front of is closed, but then we have a choice. We can see that what I can do in this particular situation, and maybe we find some new windows which are there for us, that we just waiting to open that. Self-talk and meditation are the two most powerful things which we all can do to enhance our ability with respect to the acceptance. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said that when we talk about acceptance, the wise man lets go of all the results, whether good or bad, and is focused on the actions alone. Well, I am challenging myself every day to become more acceptable for the life, irrespective of whether it is good or bad. What you are doing with respect to that. I'm looking forward for your feedback. Thank you.